Hey YouTube, how we doing today? This is going to be a review on, you'll notice I got two Zippos here, my Camel limited edition one, which is a fucking tank. It's got a pewter plate on the front. It's a 1982 replica, so it's a replica of the original. This one here is just a standard Zippo. You'll notice the inserts are different. This one here is your standard Zippo insert. We're going to close that up so we don't get too hot. This one here, butane. Let's go ahead and pull that out. Alright, so I do have this in an actual Zippo case. This is a Zippo case, just standard production one. So, I'm going to move back a little bit. This here is your Z Plus Zippo insert. Almost like a mirror. I guess if you had to in certain situations you could use it as a survival mirror maybe. What is that reflecting right now? Oh, that thing. Okay. So, this here's a cam. There's another insert called the Thunderbird insert, which works on the cam, has a nozzle like on the Bix, which I'm actually going to show you. If I can quick pop this thing off. When in doubt, when in doubt, grab a Leatherman. That's my theory. When in doubt, grab a Leatherman. Just torque the bitch off. Alright, so if you notice on the Bix here, it has this little nozzle. What that is when you light it, the fuel comes out of that nozzle. The Thunderbird insert works on that principle. That it has one of those, and it works on the cam. The cam thing, the cam rod, this thing right here, what it does is when it's closed, it doesn't let fuel out. When it's open, it lets fuel out. You spark the wheel, it lights. This here is a button. Just like standard butane lighter, like Jet Plus or Jetline I have here. Only difference is this one's a dry flame, this one's a one flame. To me, it doesn't really make a difference. This one lights cigars a little quicker than the Z Plus will, but that's not really a main concern. And because the reason why it's not a concern is it's a compromise. Which one will be easier to carry? Plus, it doesn't matter if the top is open or closed on this. If you hit the button, it leaks butane. This one, there's no way to hit the button unless you open the case in your pocket and hit it. One thing that was an issue was that this cam, a lot of times when I got it, I'd start closing the lighter, and a lot of times as I was closing it, the insert would lift up because this cam was tight as shit. So I pulled out my handy dandy trusty tool Leatherman Wave here, pulled out that tiny screwdriver, pulled the insert out, flipped the cam up, put this down in there on the spring, and torqued it down. Or in a downward direction so that the cam wasn't nearly as tight, but it still retains it in the case. So now we're good to go with that. Now, one thing that confuses me is when it's out of the case, you light it, I got it turned all the way up for a reason. When it's outside the case, you get a nice big tall flame, as you can see. Now you pop it in the case. Here, I'm gonna do this in real time for you. Oh, or not. Come on, light. Thank you. As it goes in, the flame shortens way down. Now, oh, maybe that's why I got it in the wrong way. But the flame still does lower quite a bit, as you can see. Now, what makes no sense is this here is also a Zippo. That's the thing, you can have this going and you can grab this for the most part, it won't be that hot. Whereas you open this, you grab the cage, you're going to burn your hand. But that's because it's a jet, it doesn't really have a heat sink per se like this does. Now, I haven't adjusted the flame at all. That's what does not make sense. So it's very hit or miss, I think, that you may get large amounts of flame in one, not so large in the other. The only thing I could maybe think it is if you look at the two cases, If you look at this insert in there, you got some spaces at the corners there. Now, if you look at the cases themselves, I got my standard Zippo on the right here. These edges are more rounded than these are. So what ends up happening is you don't have spaces that lets air in the bottom to let the flame go bigger. I'm just snowballing here. I think that's why. It doesn't really annoy me enough to, ask for a new one, because I use it for lighting my cigars, so I don't really care. If you went for Zippo tricks though, it'll be a little harder to do them, because the cam is a little stiffer and it's an aftermarket insert. You can still do it, but you're not going to need to be flicking it and shit and flicking the flint wheel and then snapping it closed, You can still snap it closed, but sometimes it gets iffy and this will happen. If that's the case, just open it, tap that down, and close it right back. Now, I've tested it in all my Zippos, these two, and one other one I have that's a knockoff Zippo. The insert does fit in them pretty well. Use your standard butane. Feel the hole right there at the bottom to fill it. It's got your adjustment knob. You can go higher, which will be this way, and lower, which will be this way. The little adjustment wheel there is pretty simple to do. Now, is it going to be for everyone? No. One of the big things is you don't have to refill your Zippo every week or so because you're low on fuel. This one here has got a translucent window. If you're not sure how much you got, take your flashlight, click it on, throw it behind it. Oh, not like this, because that's not going to do it, but you do it, and you throw it behind it. It'll be hard to show on camera, but what you do is you kind of aim it backwards behind it, and you'll be able to see. You can't see on camera, but you can see I know I got about half tank just from looking at it. By the way, this is a Coast HP7 light. I'll have a review up on that in a few days, probably. Used it a lot the other day, so. But that's about it for my would I recommend it? Yeah, absolutely. And it's a good way to keep a Zippo, a butane lighter on hand that doesn't keep a big, huge silhouette in your pocket that you're going to end up causing a clump. You're going to be hitting the button, causing it to gas out, and then lighting it. This one here, it keeps the classic styling of Zippos. A lot of us already have Zippos around, so it's going to go ahead and it's going to keep a slim, it'll repurpose Zippos that we might not carry because of the fuel issues. I like Zippos because they're slim, they work, and they're classic. Speaking of classic, we do have another review on the way. K-Bar. Well, not really a K-Bar, it's an Ontario. Get you all the details and everything in an upcoming video. Just wanted to give you a sneak preview on that. Here's blade and everything. So yes, we will have a review on that soon, but I do recommend the Z+. Z+ insert is, from me, gets a thumbs up. Gets my seal of approval. If you're thinking about getting one, you can pick one up there. Maybe you can find it for 10, 15 bucks online. Just make sure it's not the Thunderbird, unless you want one that's like, unless you want a big a big lighter and a Zippo case, pretty much. You're gonna open the top, it'll start gassing as soon as the cam pops. With the Thunderbird insert, once this pops open, it starts gassing. So when you light it, you'll have a nice fireball popping up the top. By the way, I'm trying a new camera angle. Let me know if you like it or not. I can always change it back. I'm just trying this out for kicks. So, again, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Just remember, life's short. Stay sharp. Have a good one, guys.